After World War II, my folks came here, my grandparents rather, and they came here, and a lot of people would come out here, and this was a lot more rural, Maplewood, and not as developed as it is now. We didn't have the Maplewood Mall, of course, and all these different things, 3M and different, but people, families would come here and stay in those cabins for an extended period of time. Clearly it's time that for something new here, and some renewing of the space. The old sign is going to be taken down today, and I'm real excited to see that the Minnesota Historical Society is going to take possession of the sign, and they're going to refurbish it and bring it down to their facility in St. Paul.
We're really excited about this sign as it speaks to a number of different topics. Of course, Minnesota is well known as a tourist destination and known for its tourist economy, and this sign is a perfect example of that post-war tourist economy. Also, it represents something of a forgotten step in the evolution of the hotel industry. Of course, the earliest hotels were all located right downtown, the big city hotels. But then as automobile travel became more popular in the 1920s and 30s, these tourist cabins were built on the outskirts of towns. And they were always located near primary roads like Frost Avenue and Highway 61, where motorists could get off and go right to the cabin there and have their own sort of small area as they stayed in their travels. And of course, the tourist cabins were only around for a couple of decades before they were replaced by the later larger hotel chains that we see today, the motels out at the freeway interchanges. The site's now being redeveloped, so we were given the opportunity to acquire this sign, and it's a wonderful piece for our holdings. The sign will be added to the collections of the Minnesota Historical Society, and we're really very excited to be able to add it to our holdings. It's a wonderful community landmark. Been standing here for so many years. We estimate it to have been up since about 1945, so it's really quite incredible that it's still standing. So it's a fantastic piece in wonderful shape, and we're anxious to add it to our holdings.
For a long time, it's been a big community marker on the east side. People would often give directions or know where they were if you'd say, the St. Paul Tourist Cabins on the north end of Phelan, and they'd say, "Oh yeah, I've seen that sign many times," and notice that. So people would, it was a recognized thing for a long time. It was a real nice time in Maplewood, and as Maplewood's celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, it's just kind of a little piece of Maplewood history here. And